he's also possibly one of the most really burdened with his own guilt and lack of self-worth. I mean, it's mea culpa, mea maxima culpa a lot of times. Why were those characteristics important for you to bring out at Martin at this age versus what you see when he's younger?
One of the key propulsion elements of this book is the book that happened before it, The Miss Without a Mister.
Right.
His youngest daughter, Caroline, has been in love with Eddie Chow her whole life. They're basically the same age. Eddie Chow is the son of the couple that kind of inspired Northfield Hall, and they grew up together. Caroline always assumed, because she was raised to believe in this utopian vision, she assumed that class boundaries had been eradicated and she was going to marry Eddie and they were going to live happily ever after at Northfield Hall. And then in her book, her father lays down the law and says, no, you can't marry him. He's not of our
Right.
class. You are not going to be able to have a happily ever after. And a lot of stuff happens, a whole book happens. But Martin is kind of forced to realize that his children see the world differently than he does. And so he is not healed from that wound and is still trying to process everything that happened with Caroline throughout this book. So I think that's why he is feeling that he is always doing the wrong thing and that everything is always his fault so completely in this book. I also think something that I didn't consciously write, but that comes out for me every time I reread it is Martha is such a partner to him. She just kind of sees his burden and kind of lifts it. And sometimes she's able to say, this is not your burden, leave it alone. And sometimes she's able to say, okay, well, what are we going to do about this? And I think that's something that Martin had in Lolly and has had with Malvi to a certain degree. But he's losing Malvi, his steward and best friend, who is, I think, hopefully it's not a surprise from he's an old man and he's facing the end of his life. So Martin has lost these partners who would kind of call him on his overthinking and his anxiety and his making it about himself.